are you enjoying about the training side of things? What are you getting out of it?
Honestly, training with you has been like the best thing ever. Because we don't just get the training part of it. I like that you take a really holistic approach. So it's not just the training; it's everything else that comes with it, and that you're really focused on being at like the movement aspect as well. Which I don't move around much, so the training's really kept me accountable as well.
Cool.
But then also it's your personality. At the same time, you're super understanding, and you're very accommodating to any like injuries if we have any, and like training with you makes me feel comfortable.
Cool. The last few months have been a bit different. You've had a surgery done just before Christmas.
Yeah, that's right.
So what was that surgery about?
I had a stent put in between my heel bone and my ankle bone. It's just to stop my foot from rolling in, because I was extremely flat-footed to the point where it was hurting when I was walking.
Yeah.
I'd get tired pretty quickly.
Yeah. That happened before Christmas.
Yeah.
And then we kind of didn't train with each other for I think about 6 weeks, because you were kind of told to be off your feet for 2 weeks anyway, and then I broke my rib and it was Christmas break, so we kind of just gave it a 6-week break. We haven't had a chat about stuff. How were you 6 weeks after the surgery?
Terrible. I couldn't walk. I couldn't even walk. I couldn't do much of anything really. I was still dependent on crutches just to get around. Like it would have like a sharp pain as soon as I would try to stand or put more weight on my right foot. It was almost like impossible to walk properly.
Yeah. When I first came back and started working, you were still in your moon boot.
Yeah.
Hence, we didn't do much with the foot. That's
yeah.
And then once the moon boot come off, that's when I was like, all right, let's do something down there. And so that was about, I don't know, 8 weeks in maybe. And we realized very quickly that you weren't in a good place. Like usually after training, what would happen like the next day?
Oh, the next day would be painful again. I'd have to take rather ibuprofen or Panadol just to be able to stand on it without it hurting so much. It would always do that after moving around too much.
Yeah, cool. All right, so then we dialed things right back and just kind of started some more isolated balancing, mobility, stabilization drills and whatnot, and we had some kind of progress, but because of that it was always hurting the next day. We got both to a point where we looked at each other and said, not sure, hopefully we don't need you to get back under the knife, and we sent you to see a physio to get a second opinion, get a proper assessment of where it's at, how it's doing, how it's embedded. And how did that all go?
It was very stiff. Like there was literally no movement between like how like a normal walking was just like stick straight. I had no flexibility or movement through that point of my ankle. So while I was walking like funny. She gave me a few exercises to do. I did them probably 30 minutes a day, but that didn't necessarily make me walk any better though. It did help to stretch it out, but I think training with you and when we did that session on like really learning to walk again, like breaking down the movements, that's what got me up and going again.
Yep. And so from that session, do you remember how you moved differently from, say, just before the session and then straight after? Was there a change straight away?
Definitely, yes. There was a change straight away when I was able to walk better again. Like I couldn't do that before. It's like my foot forgot how to walk and I didn't know how to use my joint there in the ankle again.
Yeah.
But after we did our session, when you broke down the movements, like I was able to at least walk seemingly normal again, and probably practicing that at home even, I was able to walk so much better within the few days.
Yeah, cool.
It was almost normal again.
Yeah. That was that was a pretty cool.
That was good.
That was a pretty cool session.
That was like a breakthrough.
What has the physio done to you compared to what you've been doing with me?
Well,
if you can compare that at all.
Yeah, it's pretty different. With physio, they could sort of give you exercises to do, but they don't actually go through it with you. So it's pretty different compared to training with you in combining that with that would probably be the most beneficial, because then we're able to take the movements that we wouldn't normally do on our own at home, or with me, I was too scared to do some things because it was hurting. But at least when I was training with you, we were able to do it in a safe way, and you got me moving again, which I wasn't able to do on my own at all. And I definitely wouldn't have been able to do that with just physio either. That's what I enjoy the most, is that you're able to get us moving it, or get me moving again in a safe way, and kind of get some movement back, so I'm able to do things just even in daily life that I wouldn't be able to do if I didn't start training with you. Like, we build the confidence back, and main thing is like getting rid of the fear component, because normally I wouldn't move if I'm scared if something was hurting, but training with you makes me feel really comfortable and able to actually do things again.
Yeah. Awesome. Cool. Well, thank you very much for your insights, and thank you.